Hi, and welcome to another episode of What's the Dish? I'm Chef Steve Weiss of Blue Ridge Community and Technical College. Today, we're going to make something that's going to hopefully warm your heart. We're going to make a Bavarian cheddar soup. It's going to be delicious. Here's some of our ingredients right here. We have cabbage, and we also have some chicken stock and beef stock as well, shredded cheddar cheese, green onion, flour, butter, what's better than heavy cream, sausages, some Dijon mustard, and onion, and of course beer. Can't have beer and cheddar soup without having beer in it. So we're going to get started right away. First thing we're going to do is we're going to heat our pan up, and we're going to add our butter to it, and we're going to get it all nice and melted. Want to stir it around a little bit. It's going to take a couple minutes. And in the meantime, while we're doing that, we're going to take our onion, we're going to chop our onion up. Okay. I have a half an onion, and that's fine. You could put in as much or as little as you'd like. I'm just going to peel our onion, take the first couple of layers off. Okay. Push that off to the side. Make sure your cutting board is really clean. And you just want to chop it up really nice and fine. So I just like going down the front of the onion, 1/4-inch pieces, and then just giving it a nice rough chop. Okay, really, really easy. And our cabbage is already shredded, so you're gonna add our cabbage, and we're gonna saute that in our butter. Okay, so you can see our butter is starting to melt. You want to melt all of that. Good 4 ounces of butter. I know it seems like a lot, but it's going to make it taste that much better. So at this point now, we're going to add our onions. Add our onions and saute. And we're also going to add our cabbage. We'll do a little bit of house cleaning here. Okay, so onions and our cabbage get sauteed. Move that around. What we want them to do is we want them to lose their opaqueness. We want them to become a little bit translucent, which means you can almost see through them, but not really. So that's getting coated very well in the butter. Okay, and in the meantime, what we'll do is we're going to take, while that's sauteing, we're going to take our smoked sausage. Okay, and this is about 8 ounces of smoked sausage. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut the smoked sausage in half. And we're going to cut each half in half again. So we're actually quartering the sausage. And then what I like to do is I like to mound it all up in one big pile here. And then just cut some nice 1/4-inch pieces. You could just use your favorite brand. It doesn't really matter which one. This was just anything at the store. All right, so we're going to still continue to cook this. You can start to see it's starting to wilt down a bit. Starting to get shiny. This is also called sweating. When you sweat something, has actually the look, or it's the outside of the vegetable looks like it's almost like it's sweating, and it's actually going through a pretty good workout here. The heat's on it, and it's really, really working well. So it smells really great. The vegetables have pretty much sweated down pretty much, I would say, for the last couple of minutes now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add our flour. We'll take our flour, we're going to drizzle some flour on top of it, and we're going to. So now what we've done is we've not only made put butter in here, but we also added our flour. So in a sense, what we're doing is we're making a roux. A roux is equal parts of butter and flour. And if you look at a recipe, the recipe calls for 4 ounces of butter and 4 ounces of flour. So all we're doing it now is we're taking all of that nice flour and incorporating it into the butter. So it's all sopped it up right now. Very, very good. We're going to add our stock. All of our stock goes in, and we can continue to stir it, and we're going to bring it to a boil. And at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to add our Dijon mustard. We'll pump up your temperature to a high, just a medium high. Right now it's just on medium low, but it's on high. So we're going to get that nice and boiling. You can start to see it boiling very quickly. We're going to add our beer. And you'll start to see the soup start to thicken up quite considerably. We're going to add our sausage. And we'll give that a little bit of a stir. You can start to see it starting to boil right now. We're going to add our heavy cream, about 2 cups of heavy cream to this. You can tell that this is not a low-calorie dish. So you have that smokiness of the sausage. You have the nice creaminess of the heavy cream that just went in. And one of the last things we're going to do is we're going to take our cheese and we'll add our cheese in. And we're going to mix it all up until the cheese melts. And you want to heat this up well. The heat is melting the cheese into the soup. It smells delicious. Don't worry about the alcohol content. The alcohol content will cook out. You want this to cook just a little bit longer, but that's okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to plate this. We'll get some of that nice sausage in there and make sure we get all of that cabbage. And what we also want to do is we want to take some nice green onion and you want to chop up nice little rings of green onion, garnish it up, put it on the plate, and set it out for service. I hope you enjoyed our Bavarian beef soup.